BizCoachAustin, the growth coach, sitting here with Ron and Sickle. And met Ron at Swing, and we also do some work together. I promised that we would do an interview, and why did I want to do an interview with Ron? Because he does something that I don't fully understand, and I want him to explain it. First time I saw you, you were doing a design with a shadow, with a computer, and I was thinking, very cool, how do you make money? So, you've got to tell me what you do and why you're so darn good at what you do. That's the first thing I want.
Okay. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that shadow thing is the first thing you saw. Because a place where business is going on design is designing for the environment. And that shadow was actually one of my very first times that I had experimented with sun shading modeling, where we build a structure in the computer and we look at how the sun plays across the face of the structure, comes in the windows during the day, any different time of the year. That's all automated now. That very first one I did individual frame by frame. Now I've got software that I can automate the movement of the sun. I can rotate the house on the lot and see, if we can get better sun in the afternoon. We can now insert solar panels into the design and determine how good the potential is for adding solar panels to a house to make it generate its own electricity. So
you can do, and the reason I'm absolutely fascinated by what you do is you do it quickly, you do it in 3 dimensions, and whereas other designers would probably draw them by hand and probably take 10 times as much time as you take with your designs. So is that your value add? I mean, why would I do business with you?
Well, the 3D modeling has definitely made a big difference. Since I started my business, I've been using 3D. It's becoming more and more common in industry to do a model of the house rather than drawing the floor plan and then drawing elevations flat, and trying to imagine what it will look like. Builders and stuff are used to creating that model in their head. The average person isn't. So my value for the last 12 years that I've been using that software has been to allow the average homeowner to see what they're going to get before they start building. There's been many times in the past where I've been asked to go to a brand new house and help the people kind of remodel a brand new house because it didn't turn out quite the way they imagined it would. The proportions are wrong, or maybe the way it's sitting on the lot, something looks funny, or too tall.
So you come in and by the conversation, pretty much figure it out quickly and give them something that will show them really what they wanted through your conversation and through some...
Yeah, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll go and we'll make a model of what the house looks like right now. And they can look at the model, they can look at their house, and they can say, yeah, this is the same. Okay, here's what the changes could do to it. And, they've already spent the money to build that. They don't want to spend a lot more money trying to fix, 1 or 2 small problems. So I had just within the last week, somebody sent me a picture of a house with a funny looking porch on it. And they said, can we make this less funny looking? It ended up, we drew a model of it in the computer and just changed some paint colors. And that helped the proportions. We helped recess one part of it. We made the sides of the house pop out a little more. And that helped kind of cure that odd dimension that porch had. So by modeling it, sometimes we can come up with solutions that are very inexpensive to actually implement. I mean, they'll spend less on the paint than they did on the computer modeling, but now they're not tearing the porch off and trying to build a whole new porch for $20,000.
So I'm going to ask you the name of your company. I know you just took on a partner.
Yes.
So you are growing.
Yes.
How exciting is that? And why am I going to want to do business with you and your new partner, Kammi? What is it that I'm not a person who wants to potentially change my house burned down, or I want to go out and get a new design. So what's your value add? Who are you? Why are you so good at this?
Well, a little bit about the partnership is a lot of designers, myself included, have gone back to being one-man bands. And you'll have certain ways of doing things. You'll maybe have certain inspirations that you can get. Whenever you can add additional eyes to a project, it's improved.
So two of you,
yes. So Kammi and I now will get together sometimes and review projects. If we don't feel like we've been fully inspired, and
Right.
you know, and it's our best work, we can look at it together and say, here's where we can make a couple nice little
So
changes.
2 quality designers now are working together using the latest state-of-the-art computer animation software and turning around projects quickly that most people like a lot. And I know business is up because I know your number of customers is up. I know that you're busier than anything. We don't see you at Swing anymore, which is another thing.
That's
another thing.
We have other networking meetings, unfortunately, that meet first and third Thursday.
Right.
And then we've been doing trade shows, which, you know, we never, as a single person, you have a hard time doing a trade show because you got to keep up with the business that you normally take them through. So we've increased our marketing, increased, you know, traveling to trade shows and staffing booths, and that has taken a lot of time out of my Thursday mornings, unfortunately.
That's awesome. Okay, good. Well, so we need to, you need to be seeked out for anybody who essentially needs any design work. That's really what it comes down to. You'll give is it a free quote? I mean, how do you actually work with?
Well, we generally will talk to people for free. I mean,
okay.
We'll come out and take a look at the project,
okay.
And even do some design work that's normally, you know, if we're pretty sure we're going to be working with you, we'll roll that in. But you know, every project's unique. I've had people come out and I take a look at their project and I say, you really don't want to do this. That's the best advice I can give you is don't hire me, don't do anything.
Right.
You know, move or you know, redo the rooms that you're already in. You know, if the house is half empty and they want to add on. Right. I've had that situation before. So, awesome. You know, Kammi is the same way as me. We look at the whole picture. We talk to the client, and we only want to do what's best for them. And sometimes that is not hiring us, but fortunately, most of the time it is hiring us.
So your reputation precedes you. Thanks a lot for joining. What is your website and what's your phone number?
It's Custom Design Services, the name of the company. The website is www.cdshomedesign.com.
Which I'll put a trailer, which will have it in this video as well. And what's the phone number?
You can reach me at 512 area code 745-1394.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Ron. I appreciate it very much, and we'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom.